in Kirby's absence, there are a lot of players like PJ Simon, Canaleta, Fingers, and even Llamados contributing immensely. And Coach Ryan notes that Kirby's absence has brought out a lot of positives for other players. Vito?
Thank you, Patricia. And when you see the B-Meg Derby Ace Llamados play, sometimes it's almost mind-boggling when you realize Kirby's not even here.
Yes, exactly.
He's not even playing for them yet.
When you look at this lineup, you would think, pag mawala si Kirby o kaya mawala si James Yap, either of those two, that they would have just a hard time getting victories because these are their two main offensive weapons.
Right.
It seems that every time down the court, either one of them is going to get a touch of the basketball.
Sure.
You take out one of them, then you're like, sigurado, wala na pag-asa yung B-Meg Derby Ace. But then, right now, they're gunning for that second outright semifinal spot. And that's a testament to what they do as a team, of course, to the coaching staff, and to the defense that they employ. Because if you play good defense, you're always going to have that opportunity to win.
And they are number one in that department, limiting their opponents to an average of 82 points per ball game in the Fiesta Conference. Di maunahan, nowhere to go, but there's Mark Isip with the trail job. And that brings the Coffee Masters to within 6. A lost possession by Roger Yap. Now Mark Isip leading the charge.
It was a situation where, what am I doing with a basketball in a fast break situation?
Obviously not a familiar situation for Mark Isip. Well-played minutes for KG Canaleta as he makes way now for James Yap. Rivas from the high post. Simon against Ubalde. The jumper. It's good. And that was the 4th point of the ball game, by the way, by PJ Simon. And play was stopped here.
Foul is being given the B-Meg Derby Ace Llamados, number 4,
So Rivas called for the technical. And that's going to give some free ones here for the Barako Energy Coffee Masters. And that is, these free throws are coming because of the second delay of the ball game. Our second quarter resumes now. Dumonan on the floor with Ubalde, Wainwright, Isip, and Alonzo. Sammy Monroe already saddled with 2 fouls in the first quarter. Continues to watch from the sidelines. Wainwright for 3. That's short. And an easy 2 for Chad Alonzo down low.
Chad Alonzo giving a good account of himself because he's actually guarding Cliff Brown and he's fighting. You know, he's giving up a lot of weight and he's also giving up a lot of size, but there he's also giving up elbows. So he gets called for that foul. He's putting out the effort there. Obviously, much smaller, but that's all about heart.
So the Barako Energy Coffee Masters are going to gamble a little bit here, bringing back Sammy Monroe. Look at both coaches just making adjustments here. It's like a chess match. Roger Yap now replaced by Paul Artadi.
You know, I think for Barako Energy Coffee, Al Vergara really struggled with Roger Yap, and now is that opportunity to bring him back. Much better matchup for him playing against Paul Artadi.
The go-ahead pass for Sammy Monroe, and Monroe ties for the slam. And that's 9 points now for Sammy Monroe, and the B-Meg Derby Ace Llamados are now starting to feel the heat, with Barako Energy Coffee trailing only by 3, 34-31. We are back here at the Big Dome for the continuation of our second game on this PBA Sunday. An all-important matchup between B-Meg Derby Ace and Barako Energy Coffee. Let's take a look at this Yakult Slam Dunk starring Sammy Monroe. Monroe getting ahead of the pack here for the easy slam. At the 8-minute and 35 mark, that slam, by the way, has brought the Barako Energy Coffee Masters to within 3, 34-31.
That guy was having fun.
Oh, he's definitely into it. Definitely into it. And a good-sized crowd here who is here to see a very, very important matchup. B-Meg Derby Ace Llamados with a win here could tie the San Miguel Beermen for second place. And that would force a playoff for that last outright semifinals berth. Barako Energy Coffee, it's really very simple. They lose here today, their conference is done. If they win, however, they'll still have a playoff match against Air 21 for the chance to advance to that wild card phase. And the B-Meg Derby Ace coaching staff not too happy with that call. This possession going back to the Barako Energy Coffee Masters. Monroe now to Alonso. Monroe, nowhere to go. Almost lost it. Quick pass to Alonso, and that just rattles out. But the B-Meg Derby Ace Llamados almost take the possession back.
Business is picking up right now. I feel at this point both teams are already feeling the importance of this game. Took a bit before both teams really got hot. Parang diesel eh.
Sammy Monroe with a lot of space to work here. Short jumper by Mark Isip is good.
That's going to do a ton of good for Mark Isip's confidence, but even bigger for Monroe's confidence that he can pass the ball and his teammate is going to help him.
James Yap, step back three, gets the back of the rim. And Cliff Brown really having a very physical matchup there with Chad Alonso. Let's take a look at what happened here.
There's the foul.
So it's going to be a technical foul on Chad Alonso. So PJ Simon at the line to take these technical free throws. Simon last time out, 21 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 5 from beyond the arc. B-Meg Derby Ace adding a little bit of size to their fivesome now with Don Aliado back in this ball game. James Yap. Soft layup is no good. Second time around, still nothing, but Cliff Brown to tip it back in.
B-Meg Derby is one of the best rebounding teams out there. You've got to have a body on each and every one of them, and because that's what keeps them alive. Extra possessions.
Demo na, top finger roll for him. And Cliff Brown continuing to get the lion's share of rebounds here. James Yap loses his footing. Paul Artadi can't sink it. And now Monroe, it's 3-on-2 for Barako Energy Coffee. And on that last sequence, Monroe, well, there were 3 of them coming down. The other 2 didn't seem to make themselves available as an option for Sammy Monroe.
But he also didn't give himself a good angle. If he actually passed the ball to the middle, then the ball would have had an opportunity to go back to him. It was a 3-on-2 situation, but then it wasn't run well because he kept the ball on the side.
The points have been coming in slow here for Sammy Monroe. Monroe now in double digits with 10. Short on his second attempt.